In 2017, I was in British Columbia, Vancouver, speaking at a conference. But I noticed something other than the beauty of Vancouver. It's the people. Whenever they wanted to drop any waste outside, they would segregate the waste in different categories. Plastic, paper, wood, and organic waste. I said, that's good, but everybody's complying outside, and we too have this in Bahrain. Then, in a few days, I had a meeting with a lady, author, in my hotel. And once we finished our breakfast, business breakfast, we took our utensils to throw them in the recycle bins. And guess what? The lady told me, no, Mr. Mohammed, don't do this. The paper goes here, plastic goes here, organic waste goes there. We are not outdoor, we are in a hotel. Nobody's seeing us. That's impressive. We don't have this in Bahrain. When I finished the convention, I flew all the way to the east to visit my aunt in Toronto. She's a migrant and she's a Canadian now. Just before I go back to Bahrain. And when she took me in a tour in the apartment that she had prepared for me, we stopped at the kitchen. And my aunt looked at the only recycle bin we have there. My nephew, we don't have an organic waste recycle bin. Why didn't I think of that? And I was like, Aunt, come on, we are behind closed doors and walls. Nobody's seeing us. There are no surveillance cameras. Nobody's going to ticket us. Let me throw everything in one place, organic and else. My aunt looked at me and said to me what I will never forget. My dear nephew, Earth is our mother. Our mother has been good to us, and we should be good to our mother. Wow, now that is really impressive. And it struck me, from East Canada to West Canada, outdoor or indoor, migrants and original Canadians, Arabs and non-Arabs, everybody, with regards to waste segregation, they are doing the same thing, thinking the same thing, and saying the same thing. Don't you wish that in your organizations, everybody follows the rules of safety regardless? Whether it's day or night, outdoor or indoor, every corner of your organization, employees or visitors, contractors or just visitors. Don't you wish this to happen? Don't you want everybody to say safety, think safety, and do safety? Don't you want everybody to follow the rules? In fact, ladies and gentlemen, according to the HSE, Health and Safety Executives, this is the definition of safety culture. When people believe in safety, talk about safety, share safety, perceive safety, and believe in it all the time. It's there in their values. And in short, they do, think, and say safety all the time. Following safety rules is a rule, not an exception. Well, tonight I'm here to tell you that you can do that and achieve that. But let me take you back to a time where I joined this company, Aluminium Bahrain, in 1993. Specifically in the power station. I hated my job. It was so technical. It was a 24 hours work, shift worker, where safety meant nothing to me, where safety was something I complied with, and safety was something I applied because my superiors believed I should do so. And that's me in 1993. But finally, in 2003, I got promoted. I left that department. Finally, I am now in supervisory level. I will get paid more. Guess what? I was promoted to safety department. Doesn't matter. I will do whatever it takes to have those extra dollars. And I became a safety coordinator, first line management. But in those years, in that year, I started to learn more about safety. I became from someone who was implementing safety to follow his leaders. I became a believer in safety. And like every believer in safety, we wanted all the employees to follow safety, and we did all what it takes. We did safety training, we did the campaigns, the programs, the awareness. We went with the employees, we did a lot of safety talks and lectures, the whole 9 yards. And even we ambushed employees at times just to catch them doing things wrong. It doesn't matter as long as they do follow safety. And we did achieve that. The numbers went up, the safety compliance went up, accidents reduced, and we had everybody following safety. Or that's what I thought. The numbers, however, other numbers revealed otherwise. We discovered that there are people who are violating safety. The data showed us that people are doing actually shortcuts because they're really good at this. Whenever I'm not there, they are able to follow safety. Whenever I am there, they will comply. So it was then when I was assigned with a project which was meant to improve the safety behavior. In 2008, I was given a department to improve their safety compliance. And it went something like this. The maintenance workshops was the target department, and I led the program. The program simply works like this. I go to each section of that department, I sit with them, and I talk to them. Of course, supervisors are out, everything is confidential, whatever happens here stays here. And then I open my heart to them. Guys, so let us assume that this table is at the fitting room session. So, guys, what are the shortcuts you are doing? Shortcuts? Shortcuts? We? No. We don't do shortcuts. Mr. Mohammed, we follow safety. Guys, let's be honest, there will be no names, there will be nothing to be reported, nobody will know who said what, no, I will not report to anyone. And suddenly someone jumps up and says, there's one thing we do. Okay, what's that? And I go and write it down. And the other speaks. All of the team suddenly give me a long list of shortcuts. So I put them on the board and I asked them, please pick one of the shortcuts which is more frequent than others. And they pick not wearing safety glasses. Good. So, guys, why do you think not wearing safety glasses is bad? And then they gave me a list of hazards. Remember, they gave me a list of hazards. It's not me giving them a list of hazards like I used to do before. Good. And how should we do it safely? Mr. Mohammed, we have to wear the safety glasses in our working area, in the workshop, and they give me a list of procedures. Wait a minute, I used to give procedures. I'm the guy of safety policies and procedures, and suddenly they are giving me the procedures. Interesting. So guys, to be 100% safe, what should you do? We should wear safety glasses. How many weeks do you need to become 100% compliant? Mr. Mohammed, give us just 3 to 4 weeks and we'll do it. Good. All I need from you to do is this. Take these cards, put them in your pockets. Whenever you go to your working area, take out the card. If you do wear safety glasses, just put that's a poster of them. I made this poster for them. And I said to them, okay, whenever you follow safety rules and do put the glasses, just put a plus in that part. And if you fail to wear safety glasses or you forgot to wear safety glasses, just put a minus. At the end of the day, just give me your cards, no names, and let me do the counting. They did this daily. We had a box. At the end of the week, they gather again for our 5-minute talk, and I'm showing them the results. Guys, are you ready? Let us see. Okay, here we go. Week number 1. You have achieved 67%, meaning you were wearing safety glasses 67% of the time. What? No, we were wearing more. I'm sorry, but this is the data you gave me. Why? We will promise to do better next week. We come next week, I gather the data from them, and the result is what? 70%. This is not possible. We should be doing more. We are not compliant. Maybe it's you. You were not wearing the safety glasses. No, it was you. Everybody's blaming each other. But for the good cause. Okay, let's come next week. Next week, how much is it? 71. Guys, we are not doing well. Let's do something about this. And then they do a safety meeting. Now remember, who used to do this before? It was me. And now they are doing all that. They are managing. They are motivated to beat their own records. And they did it. After some time, these departments, including the fitting room department, all of them managed to follow and achieve the 100%. The project was over, and I was happy because everybody was doing what they are supposed to be doing 100% of the time. Now, do they do it wholeheartedly? Is it in their belief? Is it something they really believe in? It doesn't matter. They are following. We have no accidents. Isn't that good? They are doing until something happened. I was sitting in my office and Mehdi comes to visit my office. Mehdi is an old employee who works in the workshop. He's a technician. And he tells me, Mr. Mohammed, can I invite you to visit our workshop? Now, you have to know this, ladies and gentlemen. We safety guys are never invited to any section. In fact, we are hated so much, no one wants to see us. And this guy is coming to my office and tells me, come visit my workshop. He thinks I cannot find a mistake. I will. But when I visited his workshop, all the employees and the contractors were waiting for me because they wanted to announce to me a new system. Their shortcut was jumping over the pit, which they managed to improve. However, because they have contractors who don't understand the language, they came up with an idea to make a sticker that tells everyone, do not step, clearly, and they educated their visitors and contractors. And everybody followed. Wow, that was something I used to do. I used to give them the solutions. And now these people are taking charge of their own improvement. I realized that something else was happening other than the numbers, other than following safety. Day by day, it unfolded to me that people are following safety not because they have to, but because they want to. And how did this happen? To cut the long story short, let me give you 3 shortcuts that helped us and will help you in your organization stop the shortcuts that happen because of safety. So here goes. The 3 shortcuts are walk, watch, and win. Number 1, walk. What do we do as safety professionals? We just walk into the departments and give a talk. And we hope people that they will follow us. Guess what? When you flip the table, flip the coin, and allow people to do the talking, allow people to walk instead of you, you will have better results. And that's what we did. When I invited them to talk about their problems and put the policies and procedures, themselves, they were more ready to apply them. Not only that, they have become people who talk about safety, and they give solutions and suggestions. The second shortcut is watch. Let me ask you a question. How do we measure safety in our organizations? I know the traditional classic way. We just count how many people got hurt. And by that we decide how safe we are. Well, that's a lagging indicator. We need to give metrics that people understand. They will not understand our non-conformity audit reports or our inspection reports. They need to have something meaningful, as simple as plus and minus. So in our case, it was only numbers, weekly numbers, which the employees actually helped us give the numbers. It's not us. That's why they were able to understand. So the other thing is, give people something they can measure and understand the metrics, not something only the managers understand. And when they go to the shop floor, the distance is so huge. So number 2, let them watch and understand what they are watching. Let them observe. Number 3, I remember this very well when one of the employees came to us and said, we achieved the target. Can you come to our department? We are having a celebration. Celebration? We didn't hold the celebration. It's usually the PR or the HR or the management or the safety department, but these people said, we have a celebration and we have a cake we brought from home. Good. I'm ready to eat cake. So I went there, and the guys who achieved the target were the guys who were celebrating, talking about it, and announcing their results. And here you go. These are 2 departments which invited us, me there, to celebrate the results. So the second shortcut is, let the people also celebrate in their own way. If they won, let them win by themselves and decide on how to win, how to celebrate. And Jack Welch said, you get the behavior that you reward. We need to turn safety achievements from rewards into a rewarding progress. But the biggest surprise was this team. If you look closer, this is not a section. These are the heads of all the sections in the department. They are not within the scope of the program. They are supervisors who don't do shortcuts. They are just people who sit behind their laptops and rarely come in the workshops. And yet they came to me and said, Mr. Mohammed, we want to participate in the program. You are not allowed to. You are just supervisors. You are just managers. You don't do shortcuts. Oh, yes, we do, Mr. Mohammed. We know very well that we don't wear the safety glasses where we should do. And because of that, people are taking us as bad role models. And in fact, they are following our bad example. And we decided to become the leading example, not the lagging example. And look at them. The next day, they were filling their cards and becoming part of the program. They promised me to finish it in 5 weeks. And the supervisors team finished it in 4 weeks. They were 100% compliant. There was something strange happening. It's not about numbers. It's not about doing things. But people were starting to believe in safety, to do safety regardless of me being there or not. Remember when I told you at the beginning, Do you want your employees to do, think, and say safety all the time, 100% of the time? Well, in my example, in those few months until 2009, those employees were doing, thinking, and saying safety all the time. And the numbers also, by the way, proved it. What the numbers said is that it wasn't only doing. People's attitude has changed. The safety attitude survey result proved that before the program they were 54% only in their safety attitude. But after the program they jumped to 76. Their attitude level went up. Not only that, things not related to safety like teamwork, responsibility and cooperation, these other factors, the byproducts, have also jumped. According to the survey, before they were only 67%. After the program, they improved in 75% in things not related to safety, but daily skills. I left Alba in 2010, immediately after the program, but I became a believer, a real believer. And and only a year ago, 10 years, almost 10 years after the program, I was wondering whether this really continued or not. I came across this Instagram account which says Alba Workshop. And I opened it. It was an account made for the guys in that department. They did it by themselves. And I was browsing, and the level of engagement, real engagement in safety, was really evident. And I thanked them by a direct message. Thank you guys, you're doing so well. And the answer came, it's because of that 2009. Wow. Few real shortcuts in safety behavior can make a long-term impact. These shortcuts can make all the difference. Remember, we said values, attitudes, perceptions, and behavior, what people think, do, and act. You can make them do that. If you follow 3 shortcuts, let them walk, let them watch, let them win. These are the 3 shortcuts to help you create a safety culture. Over to you.